You're looking at on the screen right now is 1 month's revenue in my coaching business. Today, I'm going to give you the complete breakdown of somebody who is actually running a coaching business, not coaching coaches. And overall, somebody who's also spent tens of thousands of dollars on all the programs, literally in a blitzkrieg negative BS fashion. This could work for beginners, just like Elliot here, actual client of mine who kicked off and is immediately off to the races with this organic strategy, already getting on clients. And the simple process for doing this is first and foremost, we have YouTube, and then we're going to go into Instagram, and then finally into cash. So overall, the way this process works is we're going to come up with a YouTube idea. The three strategies for doing this are we have competitor theft, we have vidIQ, and we also have general life. So if you are talking with clients or you have your own experiences, that's life. vidIQ is search terms that are already getting traffic on the platform. The competitor theft is just looking at people who are already having winning videos and just stealing what they have. Once you've done that, you're going to go and move that into a Notion. And overall, for ideas, you're going to want to have 25 per one winning video. That's so you get the absolute best of the best ideas. From that point on, we're going to move into the title. So for the given keyword that we have, we're going to go to ChatGPT and say, hey, draft 50 title variations in the following formats, and then just input all those top videos, just screenshots of them. There you go. And then once you have those 50 title variations, you're going to do that same thing, that 1:50 ratio, skim through all of them, pick the top winning ones, move that back into Notion, and then now we're already onto the thumbnail. We're pretty much going to keep it really simple. We're going to grab a pencil and paper, just like this, and we're going to sketch 10 thumbnails. I know it sounds dumb, but the reason why is we're just going to overall keep it extremely simple, finding competitor thumbnails that have already worked, taking previous winners that already actually performed at a high click-through rate on your channel, and then also if you have any random unicorn ideas, insert those here. Once they've been drawn, you're going to take the top 2 or 3, you're going to throw them into simple designs. So pretty much I use Canva for all the thumbnails on my videos and also my clients' videos, extremely simple. And then once you've actually built the simple design that's already going to get you the high click-through rate, you have the ability to send it to a designer, but you don't necessarily have to do this. Once you've got that done, you're going to move it again back into the Notion, and then now you're going to draft hook. But the important part is that we've done the 20% of work that's going to get 80% of the results before we even put pencil to paper on the given YouTube video that we are going to be making. And now we can move into the hook section here, which is really the KPI we want to have is 50% of the people that click on the video are still watching at the 30-second mark. That's the overall KPI. If you can do this for micro niche content, you are going to get views and you're going to have videos that actually perform. Now, the winning format for hooks is extremely simple. All you want to do is restate the title of the video. Mr. Beast even does this. Then you're going to state proof, and then you're going to throw rocks at the given mechanism that already exists, and then you're going to share your own mechanism of how you've personally done this. And if you can do that every single video and just have really good proof and a really good mechanism, you are going to win. And then from that point on, you're going to go into the body percent of the video. And really, the most important thing for getting conversions is that you are making your call to action in the first 30% of the video. The biggest mistake that I see a lot of coaches make is they'll do their first call to action at the 90% mark of the video, and really only about 5% of your audience is watching at that point. So again, given we have 50% of the people watching, overall, if we can pitch within that first 30%, we're going to be pitching around 40% of our total viewer count per video, which is extremely good. And we can move into the creating asset phase, which is going to be extremely simple. We're going to have a doc or a slideshow or a presentation board like I'm going through right now, or we're just going to do it straight talking head. The important part is that we do a sub 10-minute video recording. The important reason why we do this is because we want to have a 30% average percentage viewed. In addition to that, we also want to have a 2 to 3 minute average view duration. What this means is that we have to make viewers stick around for a lot less longer, 2 to 3 minutes, while still getting that 30% average percentage viewed to make the video convert. If you made a 55-minute video, in order to have 30% of the viewers stick through, they would now need to watch 15 minutes of the video, 10 minutes of the video, which is ridiculous. No one who hasn't already seen you and knows you, trusts you, if you're not a big face in your given space, is going to do that. So if you make the video short, you have a way higher chance of getting that 30% average percentage viewed and actually having the video perform well. From that point on, when you record the 2 clips, your hook, and then also your body section, you can attach it in CapCut extremely simply, just like I kind of do for all my videos here, and then move into the upload phase. So the upload phase is extremely simple. You're going to be split testing thumbnails using a software called TubeBuddy, or if you don't have a lot of data and your channel is a little bit smaller, you're literally just going to sit on YouTube Studio and constantly refresh it, making changes to the click-through rate. If you can do this, no video performance upfront is actually finite. The top creators in the world often change their thumbnails and titles tens, dozens of times within the first hour of the video launching. We're going to do this until we get to a 6% click-through rate here and move on to the Instagram section, which overall starts when we make that call to action to 40% of our audience. Then moving down here, it's going to be extremely simple. I've spent, again, tens of thousands of dollars to learn what I'm about to show you on Instagram here. So you're going to be doing 1 to 2 posts a week. Keep it extremely simple. You also have the ability to do daily reels if you think that's important to your brand and the overall thing of what you do. You're going to do daily stories. And on these daily stories, once per day-ish, you're going to do what I call a silent database reactivation poll, where you ask a general question about your audience, and everyone who responds in a favorable way to the poll, you're going to personally message and reach out to in order to put them onto a call. And the way, an example of doing this is for my client, Elliot here, who does fitness. He might say something along the lines of who worked out today, and everyone who clicks yes on the workout, he can go ahead and actually message them because they would be a fit for what he sells. Then moving on to the message all followers phase, we really just want to message everyone who likes our posts, who follows us, who views our stories, and go into the voice message setting phase. Now, crazy strategy here, but you also have the ability to boost winning stories for engagements. And these are just follower ads. It's going to create an influx of people that are just generally in the same niche as you. Spend like $20, maybe a few times per week on this, and you'll be able to just get an influx of new leads and also followers to message. Then you're going to be moving into the voice message set phase. And this is going to be extremely simple. You don't want to play ping pong in your Instagram DMs, going back and forth 8 to 10 times, talking about their life and having to wait for them to respond and all this stuff. You're going to keep it extremely simple in 2 voice messages. The first one is rapid cues. So for the example of my client Elliot here, an example of what he could say to people is, hey, how long have you been working out for? What's your diet plan? What do you talk about with people? And then as a result, after sending that into a single voice message, and the reason we do a voice message so they can tell that it's the person who runs the brand that they're actually talking to and not a setter, they're going to send back all their stuff, their current situation, and pretty much everything about them. If again, they came in off of the warm traffic here, if they're follower ads, maybe not all the time. And then you're going to go into the second message, which is a value cutoff set. So once they've given you their situation, everything about them, you're going to be extremely quick and just provide a bunch of value. Hey, you need to do this, you need to do that, you need to do this. And then around the minute-ish mark, you're going to cut yourself off and say, hey, to be completely transparent, I can't really do this justice just over voice messages here. If you got time to hop on a quick chat this week, I'd be more than happy to walk you through this. 100% of the time, they're going to go ahead, if you've actually provided value in that first section of the message, that first minute or so, and book in, and you're going to keep that extremely simple. Move them either to a Calendly link or a close.io link. These are the same thing, just any software for scheduling. You can even do it manually just using Google Calendar. And the most important thing is going to have a minimum 5-hour day availability. So 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. Eastern is a global call winning time, whether someone's in Europe, whether they're in Asia, wherever they are in the world. If you have this slot open, anybody's going to be able to book in with you and actually make a time work. From that point on, because they're warm traffic, it's going to be easy to close them, and it's just cash from there.